Welcome my friends to my second YouTube video. Today we'll be doing a walkthrough / review of the game Eternal Journey New Atlantis by Alawar Entertainment, released in 2012. This started. So yes, I use Wild Tangent and their wild coins because it saves me money. So, just for anybody who didn't watch the first video, in my games I do reviews where I focus on 3 main aspects of hidden object games. Shut up while the animation's going. So the first thing I focus on is the actual gameplay. Is it fun? Is it a good challenge? The second thing I focus on is the artwork and graphics, because if you don't enjoy looking at it, it's just not as much fun to play. And the third and most important is the storyline, because pretty much all of these hidden object games, you're on some form of quest or trying to solve a mystery. And you gotta have a good storyline, and you gotta have something that you actually wanna see all the way through. So, let's see how this goes. And today I'm doing a bit of a sci-fi game, and my last video was more of supernatural. So kind of switching it up. Let's get started.
Michael? Are you there? Michael must have gotten up earlier than me. He's probably already working on one of the underwater buildings. He proposed to me yesterday. It's going to be amazing working together. Me as an archaeologist and him as an underwater builder. My life has never been better. Michael and I are always together, whether we're at home or at work. Today I will prove to him that I'm a good archaeologist by finding the most valuable relic of Atlantis. I guess I should say where Michael and I are working. We're part of an underwater excavation. A team of archaeologists finally found Atlantis, or rather one of its temples, in a trench near Madeira Island. According to ancient texts our group decrypted, it's the temple of Mars and his wife, Bellona, the goddess of war. Michael built a large glass dome that covered the temple, and then pumped out the water and installed an oxygen system so we could work in a dry environment. In the future, the site will be a museum. But today, I'm going to figure out how to enter the temple and then find the relic, the locket of Bellona.
So, we start off in an Atlantic temple with our friendly archaeologist. Yeah, this is one of the games that features a diary that you can read throughout. I'll try to keep up with the entries as much as I can. I enjoy reading them. I don't know why I picked today to begin my journal. Did I want to write about something that made me happy, or did I want to record an interesting development in the excavation of Atlantis? I'm sure both of those things will happen, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, but that's not what this first entry is about. Rather, I want to go on record as saying I will prove to myself, to Michael, and to the whole world that I am an expert archaeologist, as I'm going to unlock the temple and find Bellona's locket. So, don't think she said what her name is. Clearly she has maybe a few insecurities as an archaeologist. So we have a statue that's missing an eye. That's one thing we gotta find. So where shall we go first? Go up to the temple. Let's go up to the temple. Generator. It doesn't work. We're out of gas. So we have a diving mask. Pick that up. Nothing back there yet. And here's the door of the temple. A couple of flippers. And so there's the lock we gotta break. Missing a locket for one of our guards. And there's a gas can. Maybe hopefully that's full of gas. So that's where we gotta bust in. See, does this gas can actually have gas in it? Oh, we need a funnel first. We need a funnel to make sure we don't lose any of our gas. Okay. And so yeah, here we have a wetsuit. Needs a mask and a pair of flippers. So we got diving gear in case we need to dive. And a newspaper. Why did somebody drop their newspaper here? I'm not sure. Archaeologists have made an incredible discovery in a trench near Madeira Island. They have found the capital city of Atlantis. To date, they have excavated only the Temple of the Warrior Mars, located in a trench 1,500 meters beneath the surface of the ocean. Their efforts are currently focused on deciphering mysterious symbols that cover the walls of the temple. The archaeologists have been looking for a modern-day Jean-Francois Champollion to translate the symbols and believe they have found one. Dr. Amrite Stone, who translated the hieroglyphs of the Nazca Desert and the ancient pole of Poseidon and Petra. So that's her name, Dr. Amrite Stone. I have no idea who Jean-Francois Champollion is. I can look him up real quick. Okay. So, born in 1790. He was a founding figure in the field of Egyptology and a child prodigy in philology, if I pronounce that right. So he did a lot of being able to translate Egyptian hieroglyphs. Okay, that's cool. Alright, so finish. Archaeologists believe the locket of Bellona, the goddess of war, is in the temple, but they're unable to look for it as the entrance to the temple is locked. Regardless, historians and oceanologists continue to investigate the bottom of the trench. The temple is located under a glass dome filled with oxygen. Kind of cool that they were able to build this. Great big glass dome. So here we have a lion. And we have certain symbols, so we need sort of the combination for these. We'll find that soon, I'm sure. Oh, there's the funnel. So now we can go fill the generator with gas. Most of the time you need some gas, you always have to find the funnel first. Because apparently none of these gas cans have like a nozzle or something that'll help that. Alright, so now we have a working generator and we have light. And our first hidden object scene. Alright, so I'm guessing with the red, all of that is stuff that you cannot quite find yet. Or need some sort of other action. Okay, I picked up a cloth. Need to wet the cloth. Then I can wipe off the schmutz. And yeah, I tend to go in a certain order with hidden object games. You'll notice that if you continue watching. Or hang on, oh yeah, they regenerate clues because they had too many for the little set here. Okay. Scroll, a mask, a little sharp. That's more like a trowel, but okay. Mirror. feather. Oh. In here. Alright. Feather. Gear. There's the gear. The locket. Good. Starfish. Right there. 2. A lyre. Pearl. We found the knife here. Gotta cut open the clam. And there's our pearl. Alright. What do we get from that? We have a locket, which we can go put on our guard. Is that? And they part the way, but we still have to find this chunk here. And the 4 symbols, that's sort of our combination to that little thing earlier with the lion head. Let's try this. See, the artwork here is very beautiful, and the cutscene. I'm kind of a sucker for when games do computer animated cutscenes. I just love when they put that much effort into it. So you've seen the images elsewhere. Let's consult our diary. And there's another entry. Our team has found evidence that the Temple of Mars was located in the capital city of Atlantis called Golden Gate, as Plato described in one of his manuscripts. According to other writings, the Atlanteans kept a priceless artifact known as Bellona's locket in the temple. Bellona is the wife of Mars and the goddess of war. I hope to be the first to enter the temple. I'm at the entrance to the Temple of Mars. To enter this temple, I need to solve the puzzle on its gate, but I can't proceed without a disc that goes in the middle of the puzzle. 4 symbols located next to the puzzle might provide a clue as to the location of the disc, and I've seen those symbols elsewhere. So your symbols got a copy, got this square with the triangles here, this mutated wishbone, maybe? So I got our little triangle with the swirl, and this crosshatch pattern. So we just need to find those. There's one. There's that. And pretty simple. And there's the stone disc for the temple lock. Yeah, not too hard. Alright, so rotate the rings, we click and drag. Alright, so that locks in, that's nice to know. And this is going to be kind of a pain because you got like little itty bitty. Oh, okay. So you had like little bits here that you knew how to connect to that. So you just start to find where everything has its perfect fit. And I don't know if it's going to automatically click. So yeah, it's sort of like the exact same pattern, just rotated in a circle, but I'm sure there's some sort of minute, very, very tiny difference that allows everything to line up seamlessly. And that'll let us know we solved it. There we go. And now to... Oh, okay. Found that quick. And... So... I'm not quite sure where these ones are supposed to be. Maybe we can try lining these up first. Oh, okay. That worked. Maybe make things a little bit easier to do that. Yeah, these can be pretty fun games as long as you can pay attention to these little details. And there we go. Cracked it open. And now we can enter the temple. So let's check it out. Alright, so here's the locket. So, we see our evidence that the Atlanteans were very advanced people and that they were able to create a laser protection system for their most precious relic. Got a little piece here. Almost done this. We'll take. So yeah, they're always. Every time I hear something about Atlantis, it always claims that they were remarkably advanced people for their time. I found the locket of Bologna. All I have to do is take it. Well, first I need to find a way to disable the mysterious beam of light that's protecting it. How were the Atlanteans able to protect the locket in this manner? How technologically advanced were they? Evidently very. So here we've got a little pool of water that we can go dive in. We've got our diving gear. So let's hop in. So we got a little safe here that needs 3 stone discs. We found one. Here's the second. And there's that glass eye for that stone head we saw earlier. So we'll go ahead and stick these in. So you found one more, which will be later. Is there anything else we can look at in here? I don't think so. So we'll head back down to the stone head and give it its eye back. So far I'm finding this to be a very enjoyable game. Not sure what we're going to need the mirror for. Maybe still jump back. They did put a lot of effort into this game. Another cutscene. Oh! Nice. So we've activated some sort of mechanism that... So we can move the mirrors and we can train them onto the lasers. That's where we need to put this mirror. And so I put those there. And we have disabled the guard. While it's still floating. So we take our amulet. And there went Michael's project. The galaxy far, far away. There she is.
I dreamt about Michael in Atlantis again. That was 150 years ago, but it still feels like it happened yesterday. They say time heals all wounds, but my heart is still broken because I'll never see my beloved again. I wish I knew what happened to Michael after my death and my rebirth in the 22nd century. For now, I must settle into my new home. An archaeological station called New Atlantis. It's waiting for me in one of the Martian channels. While I was sleeping in my cryogenic chamber, archaeologists discovered the remains of a Martian civilization. Now, mankind needs my skills as a linguist and my knowledge of ancient cultures.
So this is what happened to Dr. Stone after she got drowned. She was essentially kept on ice for 150 years until she could be revived. So it's been 150 years since my last entry, although in my mind that time passed in the blink of an eye. The world in which I awakened is in distress. A sudden increase in solar activity has killed nearly every living creature, and the survivors are living underground to avoid the radiation. No one knows what happened to Michael after my death. After the survivors revived me, they sent me to do work of which I could only dream 150 years ago. They sent me to an archaeological station on Mars called New Atlantis. Geologists have found the remains of a civilization that died 5 million years ago. This is a kind of work I love and was born to do, although I never imagined I'd be doing it on Mars. I kind of find it funny that, when we first meet her, she has all these insecurities about her abilities as an archaeologist, as she feels she needs to prove it to herself, to her fiancé, and to everybody else, when she'd already been praised as the next Jean-Francois Champollion, and was obviously important enough to be cryogenically frozen and revived to save humanity. So I'm guessing it's all in her head. And next entry, strange. I've arrived at the station, but no one is here to meet me. Where is everybody? I can't contact my colleagues as something is wrong with the network. Since I'm on my own, I'll go to the main complex first. So yeah, there's nobody here. It's like up. So we've got a squished spacesuit. We can't quite lift up. Okay, this needs a handle. Coming over and everything's broken. Digital lock, so we need a special type of key for that. Over here, another key. There's nobody around to talk to. There's no one on the train, I'm starting to worry. So it's a holographic lock. So we need the right combination again. That's here. We need a good old screwdriver. Everything's broken. It's nice to see people still use zippers. We have a rock. We're gonna break this and take a fuse. Get this out. Okay, so here we have a map. That's good. And there's our combination. Good, so yeah, we have a map now. This shows us where everything is, and that's where we are. And it's where we can actually do something. Flashcards. See what those are in a minute. Okay, so now we have that. So I believe this is the train that goes to New Atlantis, but a force field with a holographic lock is blocking my access to the cabin. I'm not accustomed to these things as I'm from the past, but I believe I can figure this out. These are probably the symbols for the lock, like the numbers on a keypad. That looks like the Dancing Men code. Nice little techno music here. And so, let's see if we remember these. One looks kind of like a guy. Cross with one arm bent. Misshapen star. Whatever the heck that is. And Squatting man. I find it helps to come up with some form of name for these little symbols you see. Help you remember them. I don't know, I just kind of do that randomly. They'll probably make no sense, but they do in my mind. Alright, so here's something. What do we have?
Hello. My name is Samantha. I was on my way to meet you when Central Command issued a red alert and called for everyone to assemble. Archaeologists have found something incredible in the channel. Travel to the main complex by train and then use the elevator to proceed to the caves. There's something you must see.
So something happened to Samantha there. But we gotta know what happened. Right. So there's something wrong with the solar panels. And we have a glass coil here. So we can use the train until we fix the solar panels. Find out what happened to our new friend Samantha. So we have one of the keys. And they're all color-coded. Which is kind of nice. So here, we can go outside if we had a spacesuit. Yeah, okay, we need... Yeah, there's something here. So this is information about the train we were just on. The railway for the superfast ST-3 train is one of the most unique structures on Mars. Its advanced design allows the train to travel up to 500 miles per hour. The main building of New Atlantis is located under a large dome made of nanosilicate, which is why flying is prohibited in the area. Mars authorities were so concerned about protecting the dome, they built a docking station several miles away from the main building and connected it to the dome via a train that runs on a magnetic track. Alright, cool. So that's our full train. Digital memory cards. I'm guessing we're gonna find a bunch of them. Oh, I didn't mean to press it in, sorry. And there's a wrench. And a zipper. Go open that back now. Alright, so next entry. A woman named Samantha was on her way to meet me. People who revived me said she's amazing, but I've never met her. Their entire staff was gathered on the lower level of the station in the Amberith Caves. According to Samantha, archaeologists had found something interesting there. Fortunately, the last few seconds of her message didn't record correctly. Maybe something happened to the video equipment. Perhaps that's why there's no network connection here. I guess I'm on my own. I'll have to figure out how to drive the train to the main complex and then take the elevator to the excavation. Oh, we have another hidden object. So yeah, that first bit in Atlantis was almost like a prologue to everything that's going on. Need a drill. So far we got a pretty interesting storyline. A poor archaeologist who died and was revived 150 years later. Of course, she lost her fiancé. She'll never see him again. It's pretty sad. Loader. Tin snips. Solar panel. So yeah, sci-fi stories, of course, they're kind of fantastical, but you know, why would they be? So where is the arrow? Oh, I see the arrow, but we gotta remove it with our screwdriver. Okay. There's an arrow, letter A. Second. Glove. Crowbar. As for the whole cryogenically frozen thing, I think currently any scientists who actually are looking into that have many doubts as to whether it's scientifically possible to freeze a human body while keeping it technically alive. I know that there are scientists out there who are attempting to figure out a way to put us all into some mode of hypersleep or something. Something that could keep us alive forever, technically. Suspended animation. Okay, so we have a solar panel. So, back to the train. Okay, use our zipper. Okay, and there's the up button. Take a look at the newspaper. Solar hell. The deadly solar activity plaguing Earth is increasing every day, and people are moving underground, as the ozone layer is no longer able to protect the planet from radiation. If it weren't for the inventions of geneticists and robot engineers, mankind would quickly die from starvation. What does the future hold? Will the people of Earth find a new home? As an astronomy major in college, I find this sort of interesting, the idea that the sun will become too powerful for us, which... Yeah, there are variations in the sun's output, sort of. Okay, so we're in our spacesuit. And... So yeah, we can go out now. So yeah, something broke our solar panel. Luckily, we did grab a wrench earlier. So we can just pop that off and pop a new one in. Yeah, the idea that the sun could, because, you know, obviously there's a big one that the sun's going to die in 5 billion years. That will, of course, obliterate our planet. As for the idea that it become too strong and its radiation could start killing us. So yeah, we need a cable. There's a cable. Let's check out. There we go, there's something. And there's a little button here. Not sure what that's for yet. No, we can't use that there. We need some form of chip to get the satellite working again. Or something. Some metal object. It's probably gonna need to find a magnet, right? Hang on. Grab out the cable. Alright, so now we've restored power. We'll close the doors up and head back in here. So I think now we've got power restored, so we should be able to head back into the train. Alright, so it looks like everything's operating. Yeah. So let's check this out. That was quick. No screwdriver yet. Alright, so we are in the main complex now.
All level 2 or higher employees must proceed to the evacuation area to attend an urgent meeting.
Okay. We can actually do something about this. We have a pipe. Keep us from getting squished. All level 2 or higher employees must proceed to the evacuation area to attend an urgent meeting. So, something went down. Don't know what yet. Microchip. And we can get a cup of coffee. Yeah, I'll check that out in a little bit. Let's find a ladder. So yeah, it just seemed like somebody just started the maintenance guy just sort of evaporated.
All level 2 or higher employees must proceed to the evacuation area to attend an urgent meeting.
Let's check out here first. So I have so you need some insulating tape to fix the wires. Get through that door. That's what's here. There's a door. Hi.
Hello, and welcome to New Atlantis. You've already visited the main complex, and now you're in Block H1. Here, you'll find living quarters, archaeological laboratories, and a passenger lounge. You can also travel to the bottom of the channel from here, with the help of our anti-gravity elevator. Of course, not a pair of wings. From 2110 to 2112, the workers here mined Aberranth, also known as Martian Amber, from the channel. They stopped when they found the tombs. The tombs didn't contain pharaohs, but Martians. Our scientists determined the race they discovered died off about 5 million years ago. The excavation is now covered with a dome made of nanoparticles, which provides our scientists with the perfect climate. The temperature is warm and the air is pure. Everything is set up to allow you to live, work, and find new treasure for the corporation. Welcome to the family.
For the corporation, that sounds a little sinister. But yeah, so we've got a great little setup here. Okay. Yeah, people where they vanished and their clothes just sort of collapsed there. Yeah, so they discovered a Martian tomb. I'm at the main complex, but I still can't find anyone. I'm getting nervous. All of the corridors are empty, but an announcer continues to call an urgent meeting. Finally met someone at the station. Unfortunately, it was a greeter bot. Didn't tell me anything new, as I know where I am and how to get to the excavation. I'm curious about one thing. This place is full of discarded students, as though everyone simply vanished. Mr. Roboto, I like that. Yeah. Another little microchip.
All level 2 or higher employees must proceed to the evacuation area to attend an urgent meeting.
Elevator access blocked in control center. So we can't take the elevator yet. We gotta figure out how to fix it. Insulating tape. Scientists have concluded Earth is dying, therefore mankind needs a new home, far from the sun. Can Mars provide adequate shelter from the radiation? It's unlikely, as there's almost no water on the red planet. In that environment, it can be produced only artificially and in small amounts. It would not be possible to produce enough water for the billions of people who live on Earth. There is hope. A number of people are working at the Martian space station called New Atlantis. Among them are geologists and archaeologists who are studying the remains of a lost Martian civilization. The beings that lived there died out several million years ago. Still, what is waiting for us on Mars? Life under a dome? Even if we can figure out how to terraform the planet, there aren't enough spaceships on Earth to carry billions of people to Mars. In our next issue, we hope to answer questions you've been sending us. To gather information, we've dispatched a special correspondent to the International Center of Science. So yeah, so we're hopeful that we can move everybody to Mars. But there's still a lot of things we gotta figure out. That is actually is sort of an active area. People are trying to figure out, would it be possible for us to go live on Mars? Many people are coming with ideas to terraform, which would basically be to sort of recreate an atmosphere, because most scientists are pretty sure Mars didn't once have an atmosphere, but while Mars lost it and we did it, that's because we have a magnetic field around our planet that protects us from radiation. It's not really ozone that protects us from radiation, as that said. It protects us from, well, it protects us from some UV, but the thing that really protects us is our magnetic field. Mars, because it's smaller and didn't have, I'm not sure it had as much of an active iron core as our planet does. That made Mars more susceptible to the sun's radiation, and therefore it lost its atmosphere. I think we can assume is kind of what's happening on Earth, or at least something similar in this game. See, at least with this game I get to share what little astronomical information I have thus acquired in my major.
All
Only
level
done
2
2
or
years of
higher
college, so
employees must proceed to the evacuation
I'm not an
area to
expert.
attend an urgent
I know a
meeting.
few things. Done 2 years of college. Going into my junior year, that's going to be so much fun. So as for the gameplay, part seems fun. Most of it's pretty simple thus far. Got hidden objects. You got. I haven't really seen many legit mini games. Everything's sort of been find the combination so far. I'm guessing we come across some actual mini games soon. I don't know, there's been nothing that... And of course we've had our little quests like the whole mirror things, and... See, it's sort of been just find all the parts to everything. Find all the parts and find all the combinations. But you know, it's not bad, it's interesting. I think thus far what we're really focusing on is, you know, what happened to all the people. Sort of a more focused storyline than actual gameplay. Yeah, you know, we've only just begun. It'll be a long game, I'm sure. If you actually sit and watch this whole thing, I applaud you. Who is going? Actually, there's something to switch it out. So to get to food, we gotta find a gear. And a couple microchips. Gotta stick those in there. So yeah, most games when you have something like that where you need to find like you're all missing 3 pieces of this thing, they just sort of have the 3 things sort of collect together there. Not here. Each thing is separate. Oh, I didn't pick these up. Got nail files. And another microchip. It was a solid fuel. They've created solid fuel in the 22nd century. Okay, so first actual minigame really. Arrange the microchip so that everything connects. Alright, that seems cool. So, you know, we gotta match these little bars on the side as well as match them all with each other. Alright, so let's try this one over here. That's perfect. Yeah, this seems like a cool mini game. Alright, that fits. I like this game. Kind of like sort of with all sci-fi that depicts some sort of future world. We set sort of certain expectations for the future. It feels like everybody nowadays is always talking about how, you know, you've watched Back to the Future and we haven't created half the stuff. Anytime everybody talks about like classic sci-fi, oh, you had such hopes for us now, because we're in that time period now, and we don't have any of that stuff. We don't have flying cars yet. We don't have any of this fun stuff that everybody predicted we were going to have. And you watch sci-fi now, we're still doing it. We're still kind of setting all these expectations for what the future will hold. So in the 22nd century, are we going to have any of this stuff? Who knows? We're starting to create some of it. Like, yeah, when Apple came out with its fancy new watch, we sort of have that. We now have wristwatch communicators. So
this is the personnel file of Miss Stone.
It's Doctor.
Her father was English. Her mother was Indian.
Okay.
Miss Stone graduated from Brown University with a PhD in archaeology and linguistics.
She'd be Doctor.
In 2014, she accepted a commission to lead the group that would work on the Atlantis project. On August 20th, 2015, she drowned 1,500 meters under the surface of the ocean. Members of her group rescued her, but decompression sickness damaged most of the blood vessels in her brain. Doctors decided to put her in a cryo cell. In 2178, doctors performed a procedure that repaired the vessels in her brain. After the doctors revived Miss Stone, they offered her the opportunity to travel to New Atlantis and work as an archaeologist and linguist. The government of Earth hopes her knowledge will prove to be useful.
Okay, so she was asleep for 150 years. So she woke up in 2178. She drowned in 2028. So we already started the game. So it came out in 2012. We already started the game a good 16 years in the future, and so we're already starting a good decade in the future. Professor Lee, a two-time Nobel Prize winner in chemistry and literature. How do you get a Nobel Prize in literature? Okay. A true genius, he's currently the head of New Atlantis on Mars. Along with Dr. Sven, Professor Lee is trying to acclimate terrestrial organisms to life on the fourth planet. He dreams of turning Mars into a new Earth, so he works tirelessly to create a self-sufficient Martian ecosystem. One of his projects in this realm involves planting forests in the Red Wastelands. Alright, cool. Professor Lee. So yeah, so 2028, where they had eventually created cryocells to put people like Dr. Stone in. So yeah, we have a personnel file on her here in this office. I found my personnel file in the New Atlantis archives. While it's fascinating to learn what happened to me, the file doesn't contain the details of how the doctors revived me. While many other things remain unclear as well, I know one thing. Mankind needs my knowledge even though I'm far from Earth. Hello. You got handles, you gotta fish that out. Little diamond thing, we saw that control thing earlier that needed gems. What do we have? 100,000 fingerprint. Need some powder to tell. And another safe and another combination. Could this barren desert ever become a new home for the people of Earth? Now people are starting to work on that. Everybody's favorite engineer, Elon Musk. Would trying to move to Mars be a good idea? To be honest, I have some doubts about that myself. Because, you know, even if we could terraform the planet, we can't exactly create a new magnetic field. So my big question is always, how would you protect this new atmosphere you just created? And I don't really hear much about that. So it said that we could find a flashcard. Or no, we can. Oh no, here we can. I want to see if we can find the flashcard on the surface of Mars. I want to find all these things. Luckily, we can just sort of automatically go wherever. Where is this flashcard thing? There it is. And about Dr. Stone. Amrite Stone is a well-known archaeologist. In 2015... Wait a minute. In 2015, she accepted a commission to lead the group working on that. August 20th, 2015, she was the first to enter the Temple of Mars, but she drowned 1,500 meters beneath the surface of the ocean. Members of her group rescued her, but decompression sickness damaged most of the blood vessels in her brain. Her doctors placed her in a cryocell as part of a long-term research project. 2178, so we got the math wrong. It's not 150 years. 2178. So it's 163 years. So we're off by 13 years. Yes, I'm going to be picky about this. A group of physicians at Takora Hospital performed a procedure that repaired the vessels in her brain. After the doctors revived Miss Stone, she's a doctor. Honestly, she has a PhD in archaeology and linguistics. Call her Dr. Stone, please. They gave her the opportunity to travel to New Atlantis and work as an archaeologist and a linguist. The government of Earth hopes her knowledge will prove to be useful. Let's hope so. Yeah, so I'm going to be picky about a few things, such as you say it's been 150 years, but in fact it's been 160. Yeah, so... Oh, we get a collection of our memory cards here that we found 3 of. Okay. Let's head up here. We can do something here. As well as find another card. The Dome. New Atlantis is an archaeological station located under a dome of nanosilicate. Inside the structure, oxygen and nitrogen generators work together to produce a breathable atmosphere. The dome covers not only the station, but also the excavations and the Martian tombs. Although nanosilicate is incredibly strong, the dome has added the protection of a metal shield during a debris shower or other natural event. Most of the time the shield is retracted so the light of the sun can pour in to the otherwise dreary dome environment. Yeah, so we've got a dome that's... So yeah, we're in 2 situations where we're always in a dome. First, we're in Atlantis with that great glass dome that Michael made, and now we've got a nanosilicate dome here on Mars. Yeah, natural protection from debris. Yeah, of course, there's going to be a lot of meteor showers. Okay, so there's something we can do. Alright, we have the ladder now. So let's go visit this thing. Hidden object! Things are kind of hidden. We gotta find stuff. So there's a sun. Air pump. Yeah, but that's gonna annoy me every time they refer to as Miss Stone. Woman's got a doctorate. Call her doctor. Alrighty. Yeah. See, we've got a lot of information here to sort of find. It's kind of nice. We're always sort of discovering something in this game. Kind of like they obviously put a boatload of effort into it. And looks like they did a good amount of research to sort of figure out how would this actually work. I appreciate that. Kudos. Yeah, it's very obvious that they put a lot of effort into this game, which I think makes it worth the price of admission. So we need a nut. Thing is, are they talking like walnut nut or bolt nut? Is the metallic kind. get from this game? A gear. Yeah, we can use that to... Wait, that was the wrong way. Go through here. I didn't. This was the right way. So yeah, now we can get into cafeteria. Maybe we can get some food. I'm going to say no. Yeah, somebody had a food fight. Some sugar. There's another gem for that other boy. A radio-controlled magnet. Is missing a battery. We got blender here. Yeah, we need to put up fire. There's something, but we gotta get through the ice first. Okay, we got a letter. Peter, can you do me a favor? I'm writing a letter because I think someone is reading my emails. I've discovered something incredible. There's water on Mars. One day I found diving equipment on New Atlantis. I thought there might be an underground lake somewhere. I soon confirmed my theory when I discovered the place. There are millions of gallons of water on Mars. Even better, the water has healing properties. It can heal any wound just like an elixir in a fairy tale. I don't know why Dr. Sven and Professor Lee are hiding this fact when it's clear this discovery can save mankind. I took several samples of this water for testing. Please send it to our friend on Earth. The water is in the box in the storage room on the dock. So yeah, that box we couldn't open because it was missing a handle. So yeah, so there's water that could supposedly heal all mankind. I found a letter in the kitchen. A man who didn't trust email wrote it to another man named Peter. It seems the staff here isn't as altruistic as I thought. Dr. Sven and Professor Lee discovered an underground lake but didn't tell anyone. Was their discovery connected to whatever happened here? I don't know, but I have a bad feeling about all this. So yeah, we might be healing water on this planet, but is that a good thing? But is there a catch to it? Okay, so we can still do something here. We do what? What is all the stuff we have? Fuse glass. No. We're supposed to grind up the sugar? We're supposed to grind up the sugar. Okay, so now we have powdered sugar. Oh yeah, powder. Now I know we can use that. This guy's office, right, we needed a fingerprint. Right, we have a fingerprint now. It's a black fingerprint. We used white powder and we got black too. Whatever. And we found another gem, so we'll go and stick that in there. We need 2 more. We can open that door to the control center. Alright, so we head back down and we can use the fingerprint. And we can get into the lab. What do we have here? We have really big alien looking things. Look like, I don't know, they kind of look like tardigrades. Water bears. Yeah, we'll find out more about those in a little bit. We're starting to probe into just what the heck happened around here. So where are these giant things come from? Are they Martians? If so, the Martians Martians were definitely an interesting race, I'm sure. There's this hot water bottle. Okay. Apparently that was it. Looks more like an ice pack. Okay. And there's the key. Alright. Hoping that's a model. Alawar, they left a bunch of junk sitting around here. You know it's an object, don't you? Side. The rest of the stuff. Old syringe. Seriously, where's the stuff? Spirit. Okay. So now we have a stethoscope. And we have a kitty. Marcy. Gamma hepatitis virus. Good thing. Only living creature on this planet is left to die alone. We need to find it medicine. We need medicine for the kitty. Gamma hepatitis virus. Cats carry the gamma hepatitis virus. Although little is known about it, it's lethal to all living creatures. The virus changes the structure of the host DNA, causing death. To prepare the vaccine, create a mixture of liquid aspirin and healing nanobots. Then heat the mixture to create a condensation. Alright, so yeah, that violet capsule we saw. Not sure if that's the nanobots or what, but yeah, screwdriver. Archaeologists keep their most valued artifacts in cases like that one. I'm dying to take a look. There's that button we found earlier. We can go ahead and stick it on here. We need a few more. Yeah, so we'll see if we can save our kitty. Okay, there's something else we can still do in there. There's the fast part. Meteor shower. In 2132, comet C12117, also known as Ivanov, struck Phobos, almost destroying the small Martian moon. Debris from the impact continues to circle Mars in unstable orbits and frequently showers down on the planet. Most of the research stations on Mars have a system in place to safeguard against the meteors. For example, New Atlantis has a laser defense system that can incinerate the debris. That'll be fun. else we can look at this. The code would be silly. This is, yeah. So we need to find another combination. And there's stuff. What else can we do in here? Not really sure. Oh wait, that glass coil. We could probably stick it in here. There we go. Yeah, it should be good, right? No. What else do we need to do? Oh no, do we need to... Oh, the solid fuel. We'll go ahead and light that. We don't need to worry about it all burning up because, you know, this is an object game. It'll last forever. I could go and take a 6-month trip to Rome, come back, and that solid fuel will still be burning. That's just how it works here. What else can we do around here? Let's see that. Oh no, I suppose. Oh wait, we have stuff. Yeah, we can use that. The good old stethoscope to crack the safe check. Here's something. Click. It's not exactly a hard mini game to do. You just keep clicking until you hear a sound. I'm not even sure if that should have been constituted as a mini game. Yes, paper clip on a string, because that's something you want to keep in a safe, along with your origami cranes and some form of ball.
Dr. Sten, I've analyzed the sample of Martian water you sent to me. It contains a great number of microorganisms unknown to man. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw these tiny creatures. They contain 2 DNA, a simple helix and a complex helix. These microorganisms might be able to adopt the DNA structure of other living beings. Please, be careful around them. I destroyed my sample of water in the laboratory incinerator. Doctor, we have an obligation to do something. Try to perform an experiment on these tiny Martian creatures. We might be on the verge of a great scientific discovery. Please keep this information to yourself. We can't allow the other scientists to learn about the underground lake.
So yeah, the 2 head doctors, they didn't want anybody else to know because they didn't know what the heck was going on. So they probably not have been as bad as we thought. Got that handle. So they weren't too terrible. That must be Professor Lee. He left a message for Dr. Sven. Now I understand why they hid their discovery of the underground lake. They found microorganisms in the water and tried to create Martians from them. The monsters I saw in the giant tubes must have been the result of the experiment. Is this what led to the catastrophe? So I decided to perform an experiment to figure out what those things were that might have gotten everybody killed. So we'll go back to the dock and we can now open that box. Loading. Put another gem in there. That's the water sample, and what we have here.
Hello, this is the water sample from the Martian lake. I'm sending it to Earth. Dr. Sven and Professor Lai are hiding the fact that they found water on Mars. I'm sure they'll change the results of their tests and say the water is dangerous. That's why I'm asking for an independent analysis. I don't trust Sven and Lai.
I guess this is what happens when we have a major corporation doing the colonization of Mars. I was worried, are they working for man or are they working for their bosses? Found a sample of Martian water on the deck. My sixth sense tells me the liquid holds a terrible secret. Something in that tube led to the tragic events that took place here. Sixth sense. Wasn't where you had a sixth sense, am I right? Let's go back to the train. We can now open this up with our screwdriver. A coin. Let's go ahead and use the train again. That's kind of fun. For the most part, we'll just click on the map to wherever we need to go. Unless it's like right next to it. Okay, so now we have a cup of coffee. Very nice. Gotta have coffee. I love coffee. So yeah, we've got quite an interesting storyline developing here. We've got doctors who don't trust each other. We've got mysterious water. We've got tiny little creatures that we don't know what they are. Are they friendly or are they going to kill us all? And we have the question, is this corporation, is it friendly and truly just intending to save mankind from deadly radiation? Or are they only in it for the money? Mankind's dying and they're only in it for the money. It's always the case, isn't it? You can never trust big business. They're always after something. Okay, I need to break the glass for that. Wait, what is this? What did I just pick up? Oh, it's the hammer. Handle to a hammer. Okay. Still haven't found the arrow. There it is. Yeah, moral of the story. Never trust big business and never touch water you don't know. See, obviously there was something hinky with that water. Okay, so we have fire extinguishers, so we can put out that little fire we saw earlier. Foil. Okay, we needed foil for something. Where should we go next? Oh, we still can do something here. Yeah, there's a... Oh, we can... Right, we can use... It's a waste of coffee, in my opinion. You know, and couldn't you just have boiled some water? So that was liquid aspirin. Couldn't have just boiled some water. No, we had to waste perfectly good coffee. I know, we're trying to save the cat. But what about our caffeine fix? Liquid aspirin, we're going to put that in there. And we need these little... See, I put that in there. Oh, wow. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, we need the foil here. And now these little nanobots. Which foil, they eat through the foil. They go into the liquid aspirin mix. Goes through that glass coil, which does something. Never sure with these great big laboratory setups, what exactly is the purpose of the coil? What does it do? So now we have our vaccine, or we should probably technically be called. Yeah, see now because we finished it, now the solid fuels burn out. See, yeah, now we can put our vaccine, or antidote, treatment. The treatment is now prepared. And our little kitty. Hi, kitty. Yeah, our little kitty's all happy now. Hey, said it was Marcy. Hi, Marcy. Go back to California because we have the last gem. was scary. Okay, so let's read our diary while we breathe. What was that? My heart won't stop pounding. When I entered the control center, a creature broke through an air vent, bolted across the room, and then escaped through another vent. I barely caught a glimpse of it, so I can't describe it. But I do think it was scared of me, as I was of it. Whatever it is, I hope it's not aggressive. Let's hope. So yeah, that was fun. Yeah. More suits. Go away. New message. Yes, please turn that on. Oh, good grief, my email's being annoying now. Something strange burst out of the elevator and attacked John and Charlie. When it was over, only their clothes remained. They had disappeared, vanished into thin air. We hid in the bar. So sorry about those little pop-ups. Marcy. We have a new friend. We got a cat. We're a battery. We're a battery. So yeah, so now I've turned the elevator on. We can go look for that flashcard. Where is that? Let's just go and find all these. Amberith, also known as Martian amber. Amberith is an incredibly solid alloy and a powerful fuel. Several mining stations on Mars work around the clock to extract the mineral from rich veins beneath the surface of the planet. Every month, countless tons of the stone are transported to refinery stations in orbit around Earth where it's processed into fuel. These stations produce 90% of the energy used on Earth and its colony, Moon 33. So we also made a colony on the Moon, apparently, in this future. Yeah, now we can go on the elevator, so let's go ahead and head on down. Whee! And what do we have now? A welding device, that's always helpful. And we need a new tip for our jackhammer. Yeah, we do not run into another human being all throughout this trip, do we? And here we are in the excavation, where everything went south. Apparently. Who knows where Samantha is? Where's the lighter? Here it is. So I think we're having a good time. Enjoying the little cutscenes. It really went into some great detail with this game. Came up with backstories for everybody. For our Dr. Stone here, for Professor Sven and apparently Lai. I've been mispronouncing it this whole time. Professor Lai. Lai. I wonder if they did that on purpose. Anyway. Where is the scale? Came up with all these different things that Earth has been up to in the 150 years that we've been asleep. They've created some beautiful artwork too. Very, very nice. I like it. And of course, our main storyline with Dr. Stone dying and being reborn. Okay. Dang it, where's the scale? Where is the scale? Alright. Okay. And I'm sure somebody out there is watching this and saying, the scale's right there! I'm trying! Oh gosh. Oh boy. I'm sure the rest of you are cursing OCD in this situation to go in order. It was right there. Is that kind of scale? Okay. It just looked like a square to me. Sorry. Okay, moving on. We're cranking now. Dynamite. Where's dynamite? Great. It wasn't there. Okay. Security camera. Stop sign, which is here, but we need something that can cut it. I'm not gonna use this. What is this? It's the only thing we can actually pick up. What the hell is it? It looks like a crowbar? I don't know. I can't imagine this. Can't use it. Okay, so I don't know, we can't use it here, but it's the only thing that we can seem to pick up. Is there anything else? Lord, you just can't put like a simple knife there. Okay, wait. Oh. That's what it is. It's part of a bolt cutter. We had to find the bolt. We had to make the bolt cutters. Then we could do that. Okay. Alrighty, so now a skull. And here. There you are. And a green access card. It's taking us forever to find these access cards. I need them everywhere. Right here. Lipstick. Somebody left their lipstick. Some sort of banner. Another card. Let's check our diary. Now I know why they turned off the elevator. A creature broke out of the mine and killed 2 workers. Could it be true? The person who composed the message said only the clothes of the workers remain. The station is full of seemingly discarded one-piece suits. So is everyone dead? Here they are. The first remains man found of the Martian civilization. According to a news clip I watched, a larger group of archaeologists working here, but there's no one here now. So where is everyone? This cloth doesn't seem terrestrial. Did Martians make it? If so, I can't believe how poorly it was treated. Someone threw it in this container of rocks like it was rubbish. So let's head over here now. I'm curious, was there a flashcard here? Not in here. There was one in the previous section, so I'm gonna go back and find that. There it is. Superior Atlanteans. One of the unofficial names of the Martian protoculture. It was first used in 2098 at the Calcutta Conference, where scientists from around the world officially established a connection between Atlantis, Egypt, and Syrtis Major. Archaeologists found additional proof in the Schiaparelli Channel, if I'm pronouncing that right, on Mars, where thousands of mummified Martians are buried. Other than being 7 meters tall, they look human. Does this mean the Martians are the parents of mankind? This is the question scientists at New Atlantis Station are trying to answer. See, that's another popular theory. The idea that we came from Martians. Or that at least the original forms of life on Earth came from Mars. That's that microorganisms or one-celled organisms more likely essentially got on asteroids from Mars, or that there's particles from Mars that might have been broken off during a meteor collision that then wound up on Earth and planted the seeds of life. So Samantha Kowalski is a respected archaeologist and linguist. She did her doctoral thesis on the history and culture of Atlantis. Samantha was a member of the group that decoded the text on the Pole of Poseidon. Her work on that project paved the way for her to unlock the secrets of the Atlantean manuscripts. Samantha was one of the first linguists the government of Earth invited to work on New Atlantis. The government hopes she can decode the Amberith Chronicles, stones covered with the rags of ancient Martians. Pole of Poseidon. Wasn't that one of the things that Dr. Stone was credited with that we saw in that newspaper first? Because I remember hearing something about Pole of Poseidon, that was something Dr. Stone did. So we need plasma processor. Okay, so we have all the parts here. Just need to insert them. Okay. So now we just need the other half of this thing. Yeah. Whatever that is. So we need an access card, which we don't have, because it's the only one that's not a colored card. Alright, so let's go check out the other area we can explore. Alright, so this is some part, and our little kitty's still with us. Alrighty. Yeah, assortment. Alright, so that's what we need. That was the drill. Okay. Holy crap! And it's a dead Martian thing. Jeez, that's big old bug.
The bugs are everywhere. They appeared out of nowhere and infested the dungeon. I think everyone in there is dead. I managed to escape and blow up the entrance, but now they're slipping through the cracks and the debris. The elevator and the radio are broken, so I'm stuck here. I'm hoping against hope someone will rescue me.
Yeah, boy. So yeah, that's what killed everybody. Big frickin' bugs. Now I understand the survivors ran into that underground passage, the entrance of which is now blocked. It appears there are no more bugs, but the people are trapped behind fallen rock. I need to clear the passage somehow. So yeah, we've got giant bugs to deal with. Yay! Where should we go next? Alright, we can find a flashcard here. I'm not a big fan of bugs. Moisture synthesis. New Atlantis is almost entirely automated. For example, it uses a modern moisture synthesis system to produce and recycle water. The system uses the water to cool the machines in the production of food and to create living tissue, which is used for a variety of purposes. The system then collects the used and evaporated water, purifies it, and then places it back in the cycle. The net loss of water is therefore fewer than 50 liters per day. Which ain't half bad. We'll head back here. Because yeah, now we got a couple access cards so we can go some places. And there's that battery for what we saw in the control center. Let's try and take some water purification. So if we need water, here's where we get water. And we got these things. Need means of protection, which we do not possess yet. And a crowbar. Do we need a crowbar anywhere? I don't know. Got the green cards. Although, actually, right, we need to fix this. Right, so straighten the pipe. Let's go and use the hammer for that. So yeah, now we weld. Alright. Where can we go to stop the flow of oxygen? Okay, well, that should do it. Okay, so that should, yeah, that turned off the oxygen. So we'll weld that. Voila! And we'll go turn the oxygen back on. Alrighty, so now we can get in. I like seeing that whole animation. So what is this? The blender. We can't reach into this without. And all these.
I'm working on a map of the cavern. The passages aren't connected to any of the other architecture. They appear much later. It's also clear something inhuman created them. There are so many tunnels, and they intersect in so many places. I haven't been able to sketch even a rough diagram. That said, the maze must end somewhere. Otherwise, we quickly run out of oxygen under the dome.
So we've got this grand maze. This thing. So we want to remove the nail. Yeah, nail file. Finally using that base of our inventory. Oh, okay. So yeah, so Inhuman, I think we can safely assume that it was the bugs. Search the bathroom. Yeah, why wouldn't you want to search the bathroom? Okay, so need to find a hand. There it is. So yeah, so those bugs, they took the original architecture and somebody left a cocktail in the bathroom. So yeah, they made little passages all of the original architecture. So we know that they weren't the Martians, or at least we can guess that from the knowledge we've thus seen, because we saw earlier, and one of the things that the Martians found in the tomb appeared to be human, or humanoid, at least. Just very tall. So obviously they weren't bugs. But we have these bugs, so we can assume that, I think we can safely assume there was some sort of pest problem. I find that a little disturbing that we get a close-up of the toilet. Just why? Why would you do a close-up of the toilet in a hidden object? That's a little rank, if you ask me. Oh well. Life ain't always pretty. And a noose. A little morbid. Somebody had a noose in the bathroom. Okay then. Yeah. Very pretty view they got the 6-hour target. We got one, we'll go and stick that there. So there's still something to do here. There's a memory card laying around here somewhere. Where are you? There you are. Martian cacti. Scientists on Mars have achieved what many thought would be impossible. Cacti capable of growing on the surface of the planet. The plants receive the energy they need to grow from the sun's rays. Although the photosynthetic process is slow, the cacti need less exposure to ultraviolet rays than plants on Earth. Even more impressive, the plants change the chemical makeup of the soil, making it possible to grow vegetation native to Earth in the soil. Scientists are currently working on a breed of cacti that can grow more rapidly and produce oxygen that will enrich the atmosphere of Mars. So yeah. So that's one thing, is that once you do start getting something, sort of a garden going there, it does become progressively easier to grow things. That was it, we need to grab the billiard ball. Go into here and see if I can find that little card. Just so we can get all of them. But yes, that is obviously one way to help build an atmosphere, is get plants growing. They provide oxygen. Lack of scientists. The discovery of the tombs of New Atlantis is the most important archaeological discovery of this age. For that reason, one would think more scientists will be willing to work on Mars, but surprisingly, that's not the case. New Atlantis needs more scientific staff. 2 centuries ago, archaeologists didn't even dream of being able to excavate on another planet, yet the opportunity to do groundbreaking work elsewhere in the solar system has not produced enough specialists to meet the staffing needs of the project. So nobody wanted to come work on Mars. That's interesting. Because, yeah, you'd think that'd be, you know, everybody's dream job. But no. Nobody wanted to come. Sven and Lai were all on their own. Alright, so we got a hidden object here. Letter X. Okay, there's that. One piece. Yeah, that should probably say something. All these scientists, none of them wanted to come to Mars to do research. Guessing because they were smart enough to realize something was probably messed up. Well, after all, the line between genius and insanity is very thin. Very, very thin. See, I came up with a lot of interesting little tidbits in these cards. I like these cards that we have to find. Telling us all about the troubles of living here on Mars. Oh, that's what we need the tape for, fix these. Okay. Carabiner. And now we have a pair of rubber boots. Yeah, it sounds like it would be enough protection against that thing there. So we stick a battery in. Okay, so we have power. Open here. Constellation, so I better drive. I don't have any paper. So I don't have any paper to draw on. Our loyal little kitty. Did I get that? Oh, the mop, maybe. That's what we'll use the mop for. Token with a question mark on it. Okay, so now we can head back to the bar. Here. Okay, we're still missing one token. Back over here. Yeah, now we got boots. Okay, so pull that out. Pull the crowbar out. And then So I think that was the last token. Yeah. What do we got? Oh, so it's a match game. Find images that correspond. Okay. So yeah, it's not that they're matched so much as that they, you know, are things that go together. Lock and key, hand and foot, treble clef, and music note, exclamation point and question mark, anchor, I guess I don't know, raindrop and umbrella, bottle, cocktail, teacup, teapot, paw, wrench and hammer, club and spade, man and woman, there's a steering wheel and anchor, star, yeah, moon and star, there's seesaw and fish, pie and rabbit, bones. Alrighty. So yeah, those are kind of fun little match games where it's not find the exact match, but it's find, you know, its other half. Access card that'll help us with the garage here. We're in there. And we have the other half of that drill. And that was it. Alright, so we can do that now. Start the plasma process, please. And now we have the drill part. And back to over here. How much of the map have we discovered? We discovered good half, I'd say, of the map. Let's see. Part that came before the dock. If you'll amuse me for a moment, I want to see just what that is. Oh, that was over here. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, so let's go and fix this. Alright, so we can start drilling. I am enjoying these cutscenes. I've never seen them. Big bug! And another dead one. So it seems all of the full-grown bugs are dead. And all the larvae are still alive. 3 gems. Put one there. Mercy, stay close. Yeah. Yeah. See all the... Yeah. Break them. Got a little pair of scissors, we can do that. So what do we have here? A translator. Yeah, I'm sure that will serve a purpose. Okay, so I forgot to eat before I started recording. So you may hear some chewing sounds from me for a little while. Sorry about that, I'm hungry. place. Martian flames. The eternal flames located in various Martian structures are a mystery to scientists. When there's movement in a room, they flare up. When a room is still, they go dark. Our scientists are working on figuring out the nature of the substance from which the Martians made them. So kind of like with light sensors, but with flame. So yeah, Martians were quite a race. Check out over here. What we got? Got another ruby. Now check this out.
I'm still in shock. We were at the lake looking for Mike, our missing diver, when beasts erupted out of the water. I had seen them before, but they were smaller and seemed harmless. Everything happened so quickly, we were caught off guard and were unable to stop them. Moreover, the creatures appeared to be intelligent, as they smashed our radio, leaving us isolated. They cover their victims with roots, through which they draw the life force out of the bodies. A small group of scientists and I managed to find a hiding place, but how long will it be until the bugs find us?
Yeah. So, apparently they had a diver, Mike. And here we see Professor Lai. So yeah, now we know for certain everyone's dead. And so, as is the case with most hidden object games, you're sort of on your own throughout the entire game. You're alone in this case, an institute, archaeological site, and complex, or you'll wind up alone in a hospital, or you'll wind up alone in some haunted house. But yeah, it's always the case that you're alone. There are very few. Like the last one I did with Sherlock Holmes, there you were accompanied. It was Sherlock, Dr. Watson, and our friend Henry Knight all together. Right here, it's just Dr. Stone all on her lonesome, searching this complex. There's the other flask. We had two different kinds of flasks. The scientific and the booze filled. Lock with symbols. I'll break that plate. It's a piece of stone that has got a symbol on it. Why doesn't that count? So what's something we can grab to break that? What do we have here? There we go. There we go. And we have a chainsaw. So yeah, as we can see, the bugs killed everyone. So we need a gear. Okay, where should we go next? The worst thing about this is we have intelligent bugs. They're intelligent. Yeah. Okay, where is this little flashcard? There you are. Water. Scientists are ready to turn Mars into mankind's second home. However, there is a significant barrier. While we can produce oxygen, most of the resources necessary to stay in life, people need water, and a sizable population needs a lot of it. But does water on Mars even exist on Mars? Evidently yes, and it's filled with bugs. Let's see if I can use the chainsaw on these things. Yeah. It's a pretty cool tune, I gotta say, that we're in. All these roots everywhere. I guess that's skull-ish. Martian DNA. News that Martians were humanoids, an advanced version of the Homo sapien, has shocked Earth. However, there's no disputing the discoveries archaeologists have made on the Red Planet. Moreover, there's incontrovertible proof that the strongest among them were familiar with genetic engineering. Scientists are hoping that the Martian researchers saved the description of their genome in one of their sanctuaries, as they would be able to use it to recreate a typical inhabitant of the fourth planet. So they were Martian geneticists. Maybe, just maybe, we can recreate them. We're gonna need some more to figure out that one. We got a great big sphinx here. And beautifully clear water filled with bugs. So we can't quite get over there until we can find some way to fix that bridge. Not quite sure what we should do here. Take a look at this one. Surveillance satellites. Meteor showers frequently damage the Martian outpost. To warn of incoming debris, scientists use low-flying satellites, which provide up-to-the-minute atmospheric and surface data as they orbit the planet. Using high-end Star Falcon optical devices, the satellites are able to see every square inch of the Martian desert in stunning detail. They really came up with all sorts of stuff for this game. It's the actual gameplay itself. As you can see, there haven't been very many mini-games. Again, everything's sort of been find combinations or just find the missing bolt. And then, of course, there's been our hidden objects. I'd say it's been fairly made up for just on the sheer amount of detail they put into. That, you know, you're really just interested in finding out what the heck happened here. So what else can I do here? Yeah, I'm supposed to... find out? How can I find out? Oh, I can use the ball. That works. A disc. Let me see something. Need a disc 2 seconds ago. There's that. Here we need some sort of teardrop shaped thing. Back in here. Then we have the third gem. See what we got. Where have I seen these symbols? Let's consult our diary. We haven't checked the diary in a while, have we? While en route to Mars, I became acquainted with the system of underground tunnels. I have a feeling they appeared after the Martians disappeared. I also believe I know who built them, the insects about which Professor Lai and Dr. Sten wrote. How many thousands of years did those creatures sleep as they waited for their next victim? I've seen the catacombs of Mars. Dreams do come true. The size of the structure is impressive, and the temple reminds me of what I saw in Atlantis. I won't take pleasure in this discovery until after the survivors and I are safe. I can feel the creatures staring at me from the shadows, so I must proceed carefully. I found the last message Professor Lai left. The bugs appeared suddenly, he wrote, and no one was able to repel the attack. It was a veritable slaughter, with the creatures processing some of their victims into goo and wrapping others in roots that sucked their life energy out of them. Why have the bugs not attacked me? This is what I hope to find out. I also hope there are survivors. I should look around while this place is bug-free. Incredible. If I wasn't afraid for my life and the lives of the survivors, I'd be thrilled. The water is crystal clear, and that statue on the island looks like the Egyptian Sphinx. There's the Sphinx on Earth, a copy. It's a shame the bridge is broken, as I'd like to take a closer look at this miracle. I guess this is where the diver Professor Lai mentioned in his message was working. So where have I seen these symbols? I don't remember seeing these symbols. I'm not sure where I've supposedly seen these symbols. Where have I seen these symbols? I don't... Wait. This was that arrow. What was it? This thing. And one more symbol, which was that one. I see. So now we have a second pillar. There's the other disc. Okay, good. Wrong way. So what do we find next? Oh boy, is this what I think it is. A slider puzzle. I don't like these. This one. Oh dear Lord. What the heck? What the heck? This is like a slider puzzle on steroids. Why? See, I don't care for these puzzles just because they're most of the time impossible. This one just seems like a headache. One moment. That's me. Holy Lord. This, honestly, why? And see, you got this giant one here. What? Why? Yeah, I've been going on about how the mini games have been so simple and so few, and yeah, very funny, guys. You're comic geniuses. Haha. Oh boy. So we have this monstrosity to deal with now. And I'm sorry, what the heck is with this giant one here that we just can't move at all? We did it! Okay. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of sliders. But at least I didn't skip it. And I kind of hope you're not watching me play this game because you hope to get hints on how to do it in case you've ever gotten stuck. Yeah, just go find the walkthrough online. Break this beautiful little pyramid. Half of a skull. The pyramid. I hate breaking these, they're so pretty. Got a couple things in weird positions. Yeah, they are. I guess it did look like half skull though. So we're getting into all the intricacies of the Martian temple. And everything they did. So now the question is, where did the Martian race and the bugs intersect? And what happened there? Give me a circle. Beautifully drawn circle. So we got a bottle. So we can go get water. There's a thing there. I'm going to make sure I find all of the things. Archaeologists from New Atlantis have reconstructed the Martian calendar, which was based on the movement of their constellations. The problem is that the picture of the sky changes considerably over several centuries of time. Scientists are modeling the movements of the stars to recreate the image of the Martian sky as it appeared 5 million years ago. So yeah, constellations do change over very long periods of time. Which is why, interestingly enough, zodiac signs. Yeah, zodiac signs, when they were originally made, were based off the way the stars appeared at the time astrology started, which was centuries ago. So constellations that you've been living your life based off of, they're not even in the right position for you to be determining that based on their position. They were vastly different. When astrologists first decided, you know what I bet we can do? I bet we can convince a bunch of people that their lives are based off of the positions of the stars. But yeah, the constellations of all the zodiac signs. Yeah, so that's the. If for no other reason, don't buy into astrology, because they're not even reading the stars in the correct positions anymore. Because the stars moved over several centuries. Still bothers me that we have a hidden object in the bathroom and that our close-up is of the toilet. Alright, so we're having our minute back in good old complex. Mars figurine. Wonder where we're gonna do that. Still miss a few of those. Ever find out that thing? Head back down here. Yeah, we can go ahead and stick that right on there. See if our translator works. One of the keys is hidden in the Great Pyramid. Yeah, they look like hieroglyphs. The fact is we were on Mars and a human-made translator was able to fix them. Huh. I know we're going off the assumption in this game that Martians are long-lost ancestors. But still, the idea that humans made a translator that was able to decipher these. Somebody left an access card on that. And what do we have? So, yeah, we have to recreate Constellation. The only one that we've seen is that one that was in the control room. Go back over here for a minute. Because they put a random hidden object. Even though we technically don't need to pass through here to get where we were going. Something I find out is that when the hidden object, they give you the ability to just click on a spot in the map and boom, you go wherever you want. They'll still put a hidden object game in a space you have no reason to go to. Just because they expect you to pass through it on your way. No. Find out that they're delineating sticky tape. Is there different kinds? Is there a non-sticky tape that we're ever going to need to find? Okay. Wasn't this mask red before? Alright, so now we have sheet paper. So we can go ahead and head back up to that control center. Uh-oh. Meteor shower. And here we have something interesting. So yeah, this is a rare kind of game to have. Gotta wait till they focus. Mini game to have where you actually was fun. So yeah, we had that. And that's definitely a unique kind of mini game to have, is something where, you know, you're sort of really on the spot there. You gotta do it now. One of the big things about hidden object games is that at the end there really is ultimately no sense of urgency. You're not on any kind of timer. You know? I mean, some they'll give you a little achievement award if you finish the game in X amount of time. But you know, you're in no hurry, really. Alright, so description of the cargo. Yes. And the other thing is, a lot of them, they usually take a while, so you know, you can play them over a course of days. Radio stop, no connection with Earth or ground station. Don't know why. No connection with the observation satellite. One signal amplifier is missing. We have a low signal level. And so that's what's wrong with the station. The moon and its two moons, which, yeah, are kind of pretty much just orbiting asteroids for the most part. You get that thing. Why is that thing all of a sudden here? It's a big part of the temple, and it's just sort of randomly in it. So that fuse that we got way at the beginning of the game, now we finally have a purpose for it. And we're missing a control knob. We got a few things that we got way at the beginning of the game, we're just now using them. Artificial photosynthesis. Scientists are using artificial photosynthesis to produce oxygen on Mars. Through a biochemical process, they are turning a carbonic acid found in the atmosphere of the planet into gas suitable for breathing. Scientists are using amber to produce a considerable amount of energy needed for the process. It's pretty cool, because use what you got, get what you need. pretty unique way to, yeah, very clever way to make a solution to the problem. You got gases in the atmosphere that aren't good for anybody. But a little ingenuity, and you can make it work. See, I really do enjoy sort of the scientific stuff that they put in here. Like I said before, I'm an astronomy major in college. So I enjoy this, and I'm also a marine science major. So the bit in Atlantis under the water I appreciate as well. So yeah, this is a fun game for me. Do all this stuff. And I hope you're enjoying it too. Okay. Saw blade. Where can I find that? Oh, there it is. A tri-square. Okay, apparently that's what that was. Whatever. Somebody left $1. Surprised that we have the American dollar in the 22nd century. If it's the government of Earth, was I supposed to go there? I have nothing. Why was I going there? I'm sorry, I had a small lapse. Wait, so what can I do here? Quickly use it? Yeah, I can use that. That's how I get the symbol. Okay. Let's head back to the kitchen. Been a while. So yeah, that magnet we saw a long time ago, we finally had the battery for it. Dog in the bun. The letter M. I can still hear our friendly announcer with her urgent message. There's nobody to go to that urgent meeting. They're all dead. nothing like a microchip to me. Computer chip. Okay. So, where should we go next? We'll head to the lab. So here we got another button. And we can open this thing now. This is acid. Martian stone. Scientists have not yet determined its molecular structure. Although extremely solid, it's vulnerable to acid. Cool. So now we can go out to the surface because we can use that magnet to get that bit of metal. And what do we have here? A control knob. And we also have the chip for the satellite. And our satellite is operational again. Then we'll go back over here. What do we do now? Use the 3 knobs to control and straighten the line. Alright. Let's flatten out the waves. And there's straight line. Oh yeah, this, the famous face of Mars. Zoom in on this. And we find this image here, which we recorded in our diary. And we'll need to replicate, I believe, in here. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that symbol in here while we're here. One of the keys is hidden in the statue of the gods. The image next to the tablet reminds me of the famous face of Mars. Is the face of the Great Pyramid. People have always thought it was either an optical illusion or the shadows of the mountains in that region. Finally made into the control office, of course. There's no one here, just closed. It seems the insects infested every sector of the station. When I arrived at New Atlantis, everyone was already dead. Though I'm hoping the guy who wrote the note is still alive. The timetable says the diver arrived 2 days before me, so it hasn't been long. Perhaps I can find him. When I was outdoors, I saw an object that had fallen into a canyon. I could probably use the magnet to retrieve it. I also saw a satellite dish outside. Fixing it might restore communication. I restored the satellite dish on the surface of the planet. It turned out to be a module for controlling the orbital surveillance equipment. So I still can't talk with Earth or the crew on Phobos. However, I did get a closer look at the famous face on Mars and saw a symbol on its forehead. According to the amount of zoom I used, the symbol is around 5 inches in diameter, so I'm not surprised no one has noticed it before. Figurine, I found the temple is identical to the statue I saw in the underwater lake. It probably contains one of the keys to opening the temple. That's what I need to copy. Puzzle. Like that. Yeah. This is kind of a cool puzzle to have. And there we go. Should we we do it on this side too? No. We don't know what position this one needs to be in. Good, back over to the crypt. This hidden object. There's the fork. Interesting music in the background right now. Got a little rhythm, but then you got something that just kind of sounds like noise. Almost howling. I'm not sure what that's about. I don't know. It fits with the ambiance. There's the fish. Binoculars. So now we can do this game, since we know what constellation we need to recreate. So illuminate only the stars that form the constellation. Yes. It's not too hard of a game as long as you pay attention. It's kind of hard to tell which ones are the right position. That looks sort of similar. Okay. We're actually... Hang on. Okay, so... And there it is. So yeah, that's kind of a cool minigame. So we need the star that we found earlier. Gives us a red sphere. I'm guessing this was some Martian warrior who must have been very important to have gotten the big fancy sarcophagus. Back here now. binoculars so I can look. Okay. Now I know what position to put the other little guy in. There we are. Onward we go. Teardrop, which was for this lock. And here we have to restore the image. Yeah, we've got some image here that I'm imagining that there's, I'm sure this is like one where, you know, they'll just sort of click in place when you've gotten them right. Oh yeah, they do. So we can build off of that. Yeah. So it appears to be something of flying pyramids. It's helpful that they, you know, darken when you got it right. I guess I put that right. There we go. There's a pyramid in the ocean. Ah, that's a big old bug. Oh god, baby bugs. Been here all day, but I can't go back because the bridge is broken. I thought someone would get me, but neither the professor nor Dr. Sven has come. These two oxygen tanks are the only ones left, and they're empty, so I won't be able to dive with either one. It seems I need to find another way out, possibly through the graves or the island on the underground lake. Michael. Michael. Yeah, we know the diver's somewhere around here and he's stuck. This is a living nightmare. More and more monsters are arriving. I hope they aren't planning on eating me for breakfast. They've had plenty of chances to kill me, but they haven't. I wonder why. The only thing I can do is to wait for the rescue team and study the Martian artifacts. The bugs are bringing them to this cave. And we have another big temple in here. Alawar is trying to take it in. Of course I do! So how do I get it? glad I found the binoculars. They not only allowed me to examine the statue on the island, but also find the symbol I needed. Now I need to recreate that symbol next to the door in the temple. I found the diver's belongings. He was trapped here when the bugs destroyed the bridge. Poor guy. Perhaps this is the way to the island with the Sphinx. I don't believe in miracles, but the diver's name is Michael, the same as my beloved. He went to the caves to find the exit. This courageous man might still be alive, so I should try to find him. I can't believe my eyes. This is the locket of Bologna, the same locket I saw in the temple in Atlantis. This confirms the Martians and the Atlanteans are connected somehow. But how can I get the artifact? Those cubes serve as protection. I need to stop them. Same strong metal that I saw in the laboratory. I wonder what's under it. Well, we can figure out with the acid. We now have an empty bottle. And a super solid drill bit. Why would we need that? Do you recall the jackhammer that we first saw? Lever. Oh yeah. Okay, so see these things, they need the spheres. And we did something. Okay, so we're gonna head up here for a minute. So we've discovered something pretty cool now. It's like a portal to another world. Kind of, I don't know, something like the Stargate. That go here. Can you get that jackhammer? Alright. So let's go and hammer those steps. And there's that pyramid that we just saw the slot for. So what are we gonna see now? We have a portal. Yeah, we just stumbled on something pretty dang big. What are those Martians up to? And we have 3 planets. So yeah, moving one moves another. Luckily there's not much movement, so yeah, pretty easy one. Very beautiful places they got here. The book.
Peace to you, running to the sky. In this tomb, you will find a collective knowledge of our people, who lived on this planet for several million revolutions. We knew war, disaster, disease, and mass death, but they strengthened us and gave us wisdom. However, neither courage nor wit helped us in the hour of our great sorrow. The Council of Immortals was preparing for our first trip to the stars when a swarm of predators swallowed our planet, Ramatra. A comet from a distant part of the sky swirl brought myriads of aliens, greedy locusts that ate everything in their path. The parasites infested the entire planet, sucking the life out of even the air and the soil, although we, the inhabitants of beautiful Ramatra, were their primary prey. On the verge of extinction, we had one hope for survival: to leave our motherland and never return. We had 2 spaceships. One was to travel toward the sun, to the 3rd planet. The second was to journey to the nearby system of the Golden Chariot. We can only hope they reach their destinations. The one who touches the book will learn all of the history of our civilization. To absorb this knowledge, you need time. Be patient and careful, stranger.
And in the last page of their book, they put a lever. So yeah, Mars was originally called Ramatra. I don't know the words that will express the staggering nature of what just happened. I stepped through the portal and into space. Not normal space, but an astral dimension filled with incredible structures. Is this a vision or a mirage? I don't know. Regardless, I need to find out what's inside the pyramid. Perhaps I can also find out when it was built and why. Each step on this journey produces more questions than answers, but I must press on. The pyramid contains all of the knowledge of the Martian race. This is extraordinary. My mind is slowly absorbing new images and voices. For now, I know the inhabitants of Ramatra lived in peace until a comet from a distant part of the galaxy brought myriads of aliens to the planet. The greedy locusts ate everything in their path, sucking life out, even the air and the soil. The Martians had to leave their home planet. One spaceship traveled to a nearby star system, and the second one to Earth. So yeah. So, Martians came to Earth, became humans. I'm guessing lost a little bit of their wisdom. So it's not as hard to get the locket this time around. And of course we're gonna grab that locket again, because that went so well for us last time. You're so lucky you're not dead. So yeah. Guess what that is? The Queen. Why are we still alive? I'm not sure this is ever technically answered in this game. When I touched the locket, the floor beneath me vanished and I fell. Fortunately, I landed on some roots which softened the impact. I'm lucky to be alive, although I'm not sure how lucky given that I found myself in the heart of the swarm. Worse, I was only a few feet away from what appears to be the Queen. Roots that feed her with nutrients and send orders to the other bugs stretch out from her body in every direction. I was paralyzed before, but I had to move, and I have to live. If the swarm reaches Earth, mankind will suffer the same fate as the Martians. Kinda digging the music we got going right now. Alright. And Marcy found us. Yeah. So yeah, we gotta figure out some way to get away from the main section of this. Oh yeah, we can use that. We're gonna throw rocks at it until it falls. That'll work. 3rd time's the charm. I do kinda like this music that's playing right now. Alright, so we got some glowing bugs. And a gem. No token. These buttons wound up all over the place, didn't they? So we need the gems for the eyeballs. This is blocking that passage. Yeah, we can stick them in here. Yeah. Oh, wait. I'm in the wrong frickin' place. Sorry. Measles of the 23rd century. Hundreds of years ago, scientists all but exterminated the measles virus, which is why the governments of Earth stopped producing the vaccine in significant amounts. However, in 2156, the virus appeared in a new mutation that killed thousands of people before scientists were able to synthesize the cure. Few people of those who were vaccinated resisted the disease and remained carriers, including those who were sleeping at the cryogenic cells at the Brain Institute. Amrite stone was among them. So Amrite stone and all the people who were asleep in cryogenic cells were technically carriers of the measles virus. Because of that, we don't suffer we're more resistant to the strain that's killing everybody now. What am I supposed to do here now? Oh, alright, that. And there's second gem. As far as I can tell, that might very well be the reason why we don't get attacked by the bugs, is because we have measles. It's the only thing I think of is why everybody else who's lived who was born and raised in the 22nd century got screwed. So yeah, we attached the rope to our kitty, who leads us away from the swarm. Kitty! And now we're back with the drill. Thank you, Marcy. Back to the lab. We're starting to get closer to the end of this game. We're relatively close by now. So we've sort of discovered everything about Ramatra and its inhabitants and how they died at the hands of these bugs. And yet for some reason the bugs don't attack us. We're not quite sure why. And there's the other diver, Michael. Alright, so for this game, we have to recreate this pattern, which isn't too hard. Yeah, so that was not too hard. Okay, one more.
I've cracked the puzzle of what these creatures are doing. They start out as larvae, and then morph into small bugs that quickly grow larger. I initially thought they were intelligent, but I was wrong. Although they appear to be thinking, they're actually carrying out the orders of another creature, which they receive through roots. When the bugs travel far from the roots, they freeze, as though someone has turned them off. I need to find the creature that's controlling them. If the bugs are indeed dangerous, we can render them harmless by destroying the source of their actions. It's the only way to stop them.
So yeah, the professor figured out just what needed to be done. Got this scratch on the back, which I think we can assume is the code for this. Go ahead and catch up on these. Marcy, my dear ginger cat, has come to rescue me. She traveled through that dark and creepy maze to find me. I wish I could see in the dark and navigate dimly lit areas as well as a cat. I guess she came back to show me the way out, so I need to follow her. I knew there's something important in the safe. Professor Lee had time to examine the swarm, and he concluded the queen controls the entire swarm. If I kill her, I can stop the monsters in their tracks. I just need to figure out how. And 518351. Blood of Marcy the cat, possibly infected with gamma hepatitis. Do not touch the flask without me present. 1 drop of the blood can kill a person, even if it only touches skin. So we're gonna take just a little bit in our syringe. And gamma hepatitis, lethal virus to any kind of living creature. So what are we gonna do with that? We're gonna kill the frickin' queen. They're all dead. And that kills all the bugs. So we're safe now. I found some of Marcy's blood that's infected with gamma hepatitis. 1 drop can kill a person even if it only touches skin. Will a syringe of the blood kill the queen of the swarm? The beasts are dead. The DNA gluttons couldn't resist an Earth virus, and their biological network passed on the disease to the entire swarm. Now all I need to do is figure out how to get out of here. The roots have dried up and stopped glowing, so I hope I don't get lost in the maze. Yeah. Everything's dead now, so the roots just kind of crumble away. And we can keep exploring. So what's next? So this is our friendly diver. I underestimated the bugs. They're not only dangerous but devious. I barely have the strength to write this. The bugs ripped me to shreds and then restored me to health in a coffin. This is a living nightmare and I don't have the strength to escape or resist them. Poor guy. Let the life well restore your bodies, but save the life elixir. It is the only thing that can return your soul. Doesn't work because we're missing the instruments. So yeah, that allows us to help our diver friend, doesn't it? Or no, we're still missing a couple. Okay, I thought we had those. Yeah. another one. Catch up on the diary. Found the diver. What luck. I hope he's alive. It appears the insects were performing experiments on him. They were killing him and then reviving him as he lay in the coffin. The hieroglyph on the cover of the coffin is Egyptian in nature, so the Martians probably created the artifact that goes there. This is the spaceship that was supposed to take the Martians to the planet of the Golden Chariot. The other ship carried the seeds of the human race to Earth. This one, the second of the two ships, never left. It seems the bugs were too swift. I don't know how I know these things. Probably from the book and the pyramid. Yeah, probably. No, not the locket. Got handle. Here. Pretty much the only thing we gotta do now is figure out how the heck to get off of Mars. Alrighty, and the last one is in. So now the lever should work. It's Michael. Impossible. Michael. My Michael is the man in the coffin. How did he get here? How can I revive him? I need to calm down. It's probably his great-grandson. Still, I'm about to faint from the excitement. Hang on, Amrite. You must be strong. But yeah, no, that's her guy. Yeah. So block it there, but we gotta get Michael out first. All these little coins. Oh, Marcy. Yeah. So we found boyfriend and a cat. We got a cat. May the spaceship rescue our people and take us safely to the planet of the Golden Chariot. That didn't quite work out. But at least it's gonna get us off of Mars. And there's the elixir of life to restore the soul. Yeah, Martians were pretty freaking advanced. They really had things figured out. It's Michael.
placed the amulet in the slot, the spaceship sprung to life, as though it was waiting for that moment. It is one of the 2 ships the Martians built for the evacuation of their people. The first ship traveled to Earth, and its passengers developed into mankind. They were the mysterious gods who, like Prometheus, gave us knowledge and tools. Now, thousands of years later, the second ship is taking Michael, Marcy, and me to the Golden Chariot constellation, where Terra Nova awaits. I believe the planet will become not only our home, but also a refuge for the billions of people on Earth. All we have to do is figure out how to control the ship, and then begin our eternal journey. Wish us luck.
So yeah, the end. So yeah, we find this beautiful new planet that, well, we can assume people of Earth go to. So yeah, so that's the end of Eternal Journey New Atlantis. I believe there is a collector's edition of this game which includes more gameplay, which hopefully answers a few questions the main story leaves unanswered, such as, honestly, why don't the bugs ever try to attack you in this game? Like I said, I'm guessing it might have to do something with the fact that Michael and Dr. Stone were the only 2 people who were from the 21st century and ergo had been vaccinated against measles. Because that's like the only difference between them and everybody else who lived in the station. And also, so I guess we can just sort of assume Michael, after his fiance got drowned, he just put himself in a cryo cell with her. It's like, well, screw this, I'm just gonna wait for her to wake up. Which is sweet. Yeah, she got a good fiance, I must say, if he did that. And so yeah, so this is really a great game. It's a lot of fun to play. Gameplay is more or less pretty simple, and again, it was just sort of finding the missing parts to everything. And there was that one slider puzzle which kind of annoyed me for a little while, but I got through it. So gameplay, it's good. The art and graphics is gorgeous. They put a lot of effort into this, and I love computer animated cutscenes. They're great. They're a lot of fun to watch. And so yeah, it kind of makes sense why these games cost as much as they do. And storyline, dear lord, they must have spent forever on this just for like research for the science, because science, as far as I know, most of it sounds more or less sound, and some of it does touch upon principles and theories that are being tested out today. And of course it sort of dealt with this wonderful sci-fi thing. You got, you know, sort of the mystery of Atlantis, and then you've got sort of the mystery of Mars. And start connecting those, which is really clever. And then of course you've got Dr. Amrite Stone's own storyline, her and her fiance, and her going through all this, and the bugs, and all the memory cards. Pretty sure we found all the memory cards, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did. We might have missed one. I can't remember. I'll have to double check later. Or if you were paying attention, you probably saw the count, the final count. But yeah, memory cards, like everybody's background stories and all newspapers. See, they really thought everything through on this one. And they really made it interesting and engaging, and you really want to figure out what was going on. And then you've got the story of the Martians and how they really had their stuff figured out. It's kind of surprising that they turned out to be humans. You know, they had all their stuff together, and they became us. Yeah, but so I love this game, and I think it's a lot of fun to play. And yeah, I believe there's a collector's edition out there somewhere. Hopefully I'll get that one day, but I tend to stick with Wild Tangent for how I get my games, just because it's a little bit cheaper. And so they don't have the collector's edition out yet. I know other sites do, and hopefully one day I'll come back and I'll do the bonus chapter for y'all. Anyway, so great game, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And if you liked it, please subscribe for more, and I shall see you next time. Bye.